Dear students, welcome to this ICT Grade 8 learning session on computer operations and fundamentals. Today we're going to learn about primary and secondary storage. This video lesson will cover what primary storage is, what secondary storage is, the differences between primary and secondary storage. Then we will have a quick test followed by a recap of the lesson. Primary storage refers to memory that is directly accessible by the CPU. It is also known as internal memory or main memory. The CPU continuously reads the instructions stored in primary storage and executes them as required. There are three types of primary storage: read-only memory, random access memory, and cache memory. ROM is non-volatile memory. Information is stored permanently in ROM chips during manufacture. ROM stores instructions that are required to start the computer. RAM is volatile memory. It stores programs and files currently being used by the CPU. It loses its contents when the computer is switched off. Cache memory is high-speed memory. The CPU can access cache memory more quickly than it can access RAM. Cache memory increases the performance of the CPU. It stores frequently used instructions so that they are immediately available to the CPU when needed. So far, we have examined primary storage. Now let us consider secondary storage and what it consists of. Secondary storage refers to storage devices that are not constantly accessible by the computer system. It is also called external memory, secondary memory, or auxiliary storage. Secondary storage is used to store files when the computer is switched off. Programs and files are stored until they are overwritten or deleted by the user. Examples of secondary storage include hard disk, optical disk, pen drives, and memory cards. The differences between primary and secondary storage are as follows. Primary storage is directly accessible by the CPU, whereas secondary storage is not directly accessible by the CPU. Accessing primary storage is faster than accessing secondary storage. Secondary storage can be taken away and used with other computers. Now let us do a quick test to evaluate what you have learned today. We will start with a multiple choice question Then we will have a true-false exercise. You will have a few seconds to give your answer. Number 1. Internal memory is another name for A. Primary storage, B. Secondary storage, or C. Auxiliary storage. The answer is A. Internal memory is another name for primary storage. Number 2. RAM stores files permanently. True or false? The answer is false. RAM loses its contents when the computer is switched off, therefore does not store files permanently. Number 3. Information stored in ROM cannot be deleted. True or false? The answer is true. Information is permanently stored in ROM during manufacture. Number 4. RAM provides faster access than cache memory. True or false? The answer is false. The CPU can access cache memory more quickly than it accesses RAM. Number 5. Secondary storage stores files permanently. True or false? The answer is true. Secondary storage stores files until they are overwritten or deleted by the user. Therefore, secondary storage stores files permanently. Well, students, this is the end of our quick test. I hope that you found all the correct answers. Now let us briefly have a look at what has been covered in today's lesson. Primary storage is memory which is directly accessible by the CPU. Primary storage is also known as internal memory or main memory. Types of primary storage are read-only memory, random access memory, and cache memory. Secondary storage is not directly accessible by the CPU. Other names for secondary storage are external memory, secondary memory, and auxiliary storage. Some examples of secondary storage are hard disk, optical disk, pen drives, and memory cards. Dear students, thank you for your attention. I hope that you have enjoyed today's lesson. Goodbye and see you soon.